So the game is called Story Pitch. We have four categories: your setting, a genre, a main character's profession, and a Christmas edition. When it's not Christmas season, it's a crazy edition. It's something that'll kind of throw a spanner in the works. But then you got to pitch us a story, essentially.
All
So
right.
so you basically got to give us a number between 1 and 12 for each category. And me and Ryan will check the graph that we have, which will correlate to what these things are. And then from those parameters, you will tell us, let's just call it, you're pitching us a movie or you're pitching us a book, essentially.
Okay. Well, let's see what comes out, and I'll try to decide whether you know I can come up with it. Let's hope I can come up with something. Period. But
Yeah.
um,
All right. What are your numbers? 1 to 12 for
okay. So
each.
let's go. Setting will go 9.
Mm-hmm.
Genre will go 4.
Yep.
Profession, let's go 12. Let's go crazy. And then the
Mm-hmm.
Christmas edition, let's go 2.
2. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so let's check the graph. Okay, so your setting is a carnival.
All right. A Christmas carnival.
Mm-hmm.
Already I'm thinking horror movie, but
Your genre is a thriller.
All right. Okay. A thriller in a Christmas carnival.
Your main character is a grifter or a con artist.
Oh, well, that's all right. That fits right in.
All right.
And your Christmas edition, which is something that must appear in the story, is John McClane.
John McClane from
Die
Die
Hard.
Hard.
Yes.
Yes, not the senator that you guys used to have.
That. All right. Well, I think let's do this then. I think it's we're going to do it at a huge um actually no, I was going to go big and now I think I'm going to go small. So I'm going
Okay.
to say it's in a very small rural town where the traveling Christmas carnival is the only thing that ever happens. This population of like 75 or something like that, or not
Mm.
75, let's say 600 people, 6,000. It's a very small rural town. The carnival pulls up, and it's the big event. It's the big occasion for the year. I'm going to say it's in the Pacific Northwest, so we've got some snow. We've got, it's a traditional Christmas setting. And into this setting, I think we will inject our main character, who's going to be a con man who's come to steal he's come to steal the inheritance of the town widow, uh, and he's going to do it on Christmas Eve by selling her a kind of Scrooged redemption story that she's going to invest in, and then he's going to run away with the all the profits. Uh, he's going to be played by John Cusack because I think, why not? He just seems like a good con man to me. Um, uh, and the town sheriff who, hasn't solved a crime in about 15 years beyond, a missing cat or something
Mhm.
like that, also plays Santa Claus because, of course he would. So he's in Santa's chair with every kid in the town lined up. This is, of course, retired John McClane, who has, left his New York police thing. He's divorced from his wife, so he's moved north from LA up to, wherever we are in Oregon or somewhere like that. Um, and he never leaves Santa's chair because he can't, because there's a lineup of like 100 kids,
Yeah.
and obviously they've all got to talk, and everyone has got a list as long as your arm. And so he's going to observe the crime and attempt to foil it from Santa's throne. Uh, with only like an elf as a runner every once in a while. He's maybe got Maggie Gyllenhaal as his master elf, who doesn't actually think a crime is happening, but is humoring the old guy who maybe had a couple of brandies before he came out to face like 100 little kids.
Mhm.
And so, Cusack is trying to convince Meryl Streep to give him the deed to the mansion and her entire fortune, which he believes she's the inheritor, the heiress to like like the John Deere fortune or some one of these American family things that's like $15 billion, but she's just someone with the same name who owns a big old house that her dad bought or built and paid the mortgage off on. And no one really gives her the time of day, being a sort of slightly quirky and eccentric old lady. And so she's just loving all the attention, right? Like if you're a senior citizen that nobody really talks to or listens to your stories or focuses sort of EQ on you, and now you've got this charming John Cusack character who's nothing but focused on you. Uh, the transaction is very much going in her direction. And so over the course of our story, um, you know, McClane will foil Cusack's plot, but Cusack makes Meryl Streep's Christmas. It's absolutely her, might be her last Christmas, but it's going to be, an absolutely amazing one for her. And in the process of talking her into giving him all of her money, which, really isn't very much money, uh, he's going to do for her all of the things that she wishes she could do for the town and for friends and for whatever. In fact, we could give her a terminal disease if we want to, so that it's 100% her last Christmas. And in the process of this, he's going to do all of these relatively modest sort of things. Like he's paying for some kid's scholarship and he's fixing somebody else's driveway, and he's become her fixer. Uh, and by the end of the thing, McClane has foiled her, but Cusack has given away literally every dollar she has. And so he's grifted his way into an inheritance of zero. But in a way, it's sort of the perfect Christmas ending.
Mm.
I like it.
That's the most in-depth we've had. I think you're a screenwriter of sorts, are you not?
I have once in a while had to walk into a room and make it up on the go. So
I heard that's how He-Man came to be. It was literally made up on the spot.
there are a number of famous stories. I mean, The West Wing was created that way. Most famously. But there's a bunch. And if you watch the movie The Player, and the way everyone is pitching, that it really happens that way, or at least it used to.
That's awesome. Well, I hate to break it to you, but there's a round two. It's a different graph, so you can give us the same numbers or new numbers. It's up to you. It'll be different.
I can't even remember the first numbers I gave you, so sure, let's go. Okay, same thing. Let's go for setting. Let's go 11.
11. Yep.
For genre, we'll go number 1.
Mm-hmm.
For the main character's profession, let's go number 9. And for Christmas Madness, let's go 12.
All right, let's see. We had one of these ones last time. Okay, so your setting, it's a 90s arcade. It's an old school arcade.
Okay, spend some time in those.
Yeah.
Okay, and your genre, did you say number 1?
Yeah, number 1.
Number 1. So the genre is dystopian or post-apocalyptic story.
All right. We are trapped in the last functioning 90s arcade.
Your main character is a door-to-door salesman.
And what was the number for Christmas edition?
You know what it is. It's number 12.
Number 12, and that is something that has to appear in your story, and that is Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can't be Mariah Carey playing something. It has to be Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
So, a door-to-door salesman and Mariah Carey are trapped in the last functioning 90s arcade. In fact, it's like a museum, like it's a 100% authentic recreation of a middle American 90s arcade that a massive Japanese megacorp has done as a charitable art project. They've recreated one of these things and put it in a bubble. And then when the zombie apocalypse hits, being in a bubble, it's one of the last sort of safe places to come. And our door-to-door salesman, whose name is Frank. Let's call him Frank Ignatowski. Oh, actually, I'm cross-pollinating Taxi uh, and Back to the Future on that. But so Frank Ignatowski is a door-to-door salesman who fled to the thing, as civilization collapsed around him. He's got a terrible dark secret in that he abandoned his family, feeling like he'd never make it home to them. And now he's haunted by the fact that he, took the exit off the highway to this Japanese art installation, recreation kind of thing. And most of the other people that got there are celebrities who, spent the last of their money. They were on their way to one of these ridiculous silo things that they turned nuclear weapon silos in the Midwest into, apocalyptic survival kind of, whatever they are, like a little thing that you can go into and ride out the end of the world. But they didn't get there, and so the private plane has come to this bubble, and one of them is Mariah Carey, utterly unequipped to deal with the zombie apocalypse. And Frank, being a door-to-door salesman, I mean, he gets to the door, and obviously all these celebrities and their security people have already taken the thing over and decided it's theirs, just because they're those sorts of people, and Frank, being a door-to-door salesman, talks his way in using all of his sort of schmarmy vacuum salesman skills. But the hook that he uses is he convinces them that he's formerly in special forces and sort of holds the key to their long-term survival. The kind of almost the Gek, if you know the Fallout reference. He's told this big lie to get in, and everyone is waiting for him to reveal his his survival thing. And since he knows nothing except how to sell encyclopedias and vacuums, he's constantly making it up as the world falls apart around them. But in the most unlikely turn of all, it starts a sort of a kind of enemies to lovers romance with Mariah Carey, who's desperately high maintenance, and at the beginning wants him to remove all the green M&Ms, but he sort of, by arguing with her and pushing back against her, begins to win her over until as the world really starts to fall apart, they engage in a torrid, the world is ending love affair where they're sort of, throwing themselves into their last few moments of hope and gratification. But surprisingly, the combination of his talking skills and her sort of inspirational ability propels him to become the leader of this little colony. And by the end, they've found a way to turn their 90s arcade into a successful outpost in this otherwise sort of collapsed civilization, now sort of filled with zombies.
You were too good at this, man. You're too
No.
I feel like I got to start. There's a lot of people choose the same numbers. Like it's just and there's so many other good things on this list that I'm thinking maybe next time I'm going to shuffle them around because we get Mariah Carey a lot.
The terrible thing is I don't remember what numbers I picked, so
yeah. No, awesome. Thanks for playing. That was fantastic.
Oh, hey, it's a lot of fun. You're testing my skills from 10 years ago.
It's like we just want to give people ideas for books.
I like there's a part of my brain that's like the first one. It's like I love the idea of the guy comes to rip off the old lady and he doesn't realize she's only got $100,000. He thinks he's got $100 million.
Yeah.
And over the course of the story, he gives away $99,999, and you're left wondering who scammed who in this thing. But everyone's happy.
I just like John McClane as a Santa on a couch solving crime. On the chair solving. It's a little bit of that. What's that old movie where the guy's like broken his legs and he's in a wheelchair and he spies on his neighbor with the.
Oh yeah, is it Rear Window? I think it's Rear Window.
Something like that. Yeah, and it's just like in everything now. The Simpsons ripped it off. Everyone rips it off. But like,
Yeah,
you know,
it's a classic.
that in itself would be a cool movie where, you know, Santa solving a crime while it's still in one spot. You know, that in itself, yeah.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Stories Podcast.
Team, you are